Hey everyone from a very cold and chilly Universal Orlando. And when I say cold, I'm talking about 50 degrees because it's in the 50s today. But there has been so much news that has taken place over the last week, and I figured I have to come out, make a video, and talk about all of it because it's super exciting. It's an awesome time to be a Universal fan. We have a lot of news around Epic Universe as it relates to some of the food that's going to be available once that park opens on May 22nd. There's been firework testing that's been taking place. Then there's even more news that's come out about the new HHN attraction, Horrors Unleashed, over in Las Vegas. They dropped news today about the Universal Kids Resort. So Universal is on fire as it relates to theme park news. So we're gonna go inside, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know in the world of Universal over the last week or two, and it's still Mardi Gras, so we'll check out some of the Mardi Gras fun as well. Let's go on in. Okay, so I'm inside the park now. I just scanned in, and the first thing I wanna talk about is the all-new ticketless entry that they've been doing. They've been testing this for a couple of weeks here at the parks, but now it seems like they're rolling it out. So basically all that means is you don't need to take out your actual ticket or your annual pass, either the actual, physical card or ticket, or even the app on your phone. You don't need to scan that. They just scan your picture like they normally would, and they know that it was you. So I thought that was really cool, and like I said, I know they've kind of been testing this out for a couple weeks. I've never actually experienced it myself, and today was the first time I got to experience it. So we'll see if this is something, like maybe they're doing this in anticipation of opening Epic and getting people in a little bit more efficiently. We'll see, but it worked really, really well for me. Okay, so the Mardi Gras parade is gonna kick off in a few minutes, so I came and hid out over here by the DreamWorks Cafe. Not gonna be eating anything from the DreamWorks Cafe, but we are gonna talk about food, because like I said, not all, but a lot of the menu items from the lands and restaurants at Epic Universe came out last week, and then just taking a look at some of these, some of them sound really, really good. So we'll go land by land and tell you what they've teased us with so far. We're gonna start off in Celestial Park at the Blue Dragon Pan-Asian Restaurant, where they're gonna have the Tonkatsu Ramen, which is ramen noodles in pork broth, topped with chashu pork, tare egg, shiitake mushrooms, and togarashi oil. Apologies if I butchered any of the pronunciation on that, but it does look good if you're into ramen. They also are gonna have the double fried Korean wings, beef noodles, and a passion fruit mooncake. They're also gonna have the Kaosan boba. I'm gonna struggle with the names, but it's a Thai-inspired milk tea with coffee boba and frothy coffee foam. Staying in Celestial Park over at the Atlantic, they're gonna have the sea bass, which is sea bass with carrot mochi, sugar snap peas, lemongrass broth, and starfruit slices. And I was really impressed when I saw this menu item. This is a light, airy food item. Sea bass is a white fish. It's gonna be nice and light, and it's a healthier option. So I always like to see healthy options in the theme parks. They're also gonna have the Landlubbers Snickerdoodle Loot. It's a snickerdoodle cake served in a beach pail with cookie butter ganache surrounded by Biscoff sand and gummy sharks. The presentation on this looks amazing. They also tease the Grand Atlantic Martini, which is dry gin, wine, and a lemon twist garnish. Also in Celestial Park is the Oak and Star Tavern, and there you can find the platter with mango bread and pickles. You get a choice of smoked brisket, smoked ribs, pulled pork, cheddar jalapeno sausage, or spit roasted herb infused chicken, and sides like braised greens, mac and cheese, and more. They also have the Plastered Owl, which is a dark rye whiskey, simple syrup, cherry syrup, lemon juice, lemon wedges, and muddled cherries. Over at Pizza Moon, they have the Harvest Moon Pizza, which is tomato sauce, grilled artichoke hearts, Divina tomatoes, and roasted peppers, topped with Castelvetrano olives and arugula. At Celestiki, they have the Waturi Punch, which is rum, bitters, and fruit juices. I know our friend Kevin is not going to be too happy about the bitters that are inside of that drink. Bar Zenith, they have the Meteor Strike, which is light rum, triple sec, zesty lime, and pineapple juices, topped with a lemon lime soda and a sprinkle of edible gold glitter, and flaming lemon extract infused raw sugar cube meteor garnish. My gosh, that is a mouthful to say there, but it does look good, and it's definitely on theme with the rest of Celestial Park. Over at Comet Dogs, they're gonna have the bulgogi dog, the al pastor dog, and the smoky carrot dog. Now we're gonna move over into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, the Ministry of Magic, and something that I think is gonna be one of the most popular items, not only in this land, but in all of Epic Universe, is gonna be the Butterbeer Crepe. I'm not even gonna attempt attempt to pronounce the name of this French cafe, but just know it's over in the Wizarding World. They have a butterbeer crepe with shortbread cookie butter, Bavarian cream, butterbeer cream, strawberries, butterbeer drizzle, and a butterbeer shortbread cookie. That looks fantastic. Anytime you get something new that's butterbeer related, sign me up for it. Definitely gonna be trying that one out. They also have the baguette de dinde, which is sliced crack black pepper turkey with arugula, apples, and brie, served with a baguette with mustard butter and apple butter. Wizarding World is also gonna have the quiche Lorraine, an egg custard baked in a flaky pie crust filled with crispy bacon, Gruyere cheese, and caramelized onions with a Marnay sauce and a side of fresh berries topped with a lavender honey drizzle. Also in the Ministry of Magic, but in a different restaurant. This is gonna be at the Le Gobelette Noir. Again, hope I'm saying that right. They're gonna have the lentil stew, which is a hearty stew of lentils, vegan bacon, and root vegetables served with artisan bread. They're also gonna have the alchemist platter, which is smoked sausage, potato and cheese pierogies, and pickled eggs. Next, we're gonna power up and head over into Super Nintendo World, where over at Toadstool Cafe, you can find the Mario Burger, an all-beef patty topped with mushrooms, lettuce, tomato, and melted American cheese, served on a brioche bun with a side of truffle French fries. You can also find the Luigi Burger, and that's basically a grilled chicken sandwich with a little bit of basil pesto on it. They also have the Bowser's Fireball Challenge, which is a 1-pound meatball topped with mozzarella cheese in mushroom marinara sauce and fresh parsley, served with a Bowser-inspired puff pastry and a side of hot sauce. At Yoshi's Snack Island, they have Yoshi Smoothie, which is a Granny Smith apple and sweet honeydew syrup with milk and topped with whipped cream and green apple bursting boba. So that's a non-alcoholic drink for you in the Super Nintendo world. They also have the green shell and the red shell calzones. Over at the Bubbly Barrel, they're gonna have the DK Crush Float, which contains tropical banana flavor. That's the only description they put for that item. But I'm excited for that because I love bananas and I love like anything banana flavored. No wonder Donkey Kong was one of my favorite Nintendo properties. Next, we're heading to Mead Hall, which is in How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. There they have the Thawfest platter, chicken drumsticks glazed in a wild berry barbecue glaze, grilled salmon and sausage served with roasted carrots, cipollini onions, Nordic fries, and side sauces. They also have the yaknog, which is malted chocolate, cinnamon, and whipped cream, as well as the Nordic harvest salad, which is kale and arugula greens, crisp red cabbage, radishes, and ancient grains with blueberries, apples, trail mix, and raspberry vinaigrette. And in what is probably the cutest treat of the day, I'm sure the kids will love this one, is the Stormflies catch of the day. This is a chocolate mousse fish with crispy rice cereal. And how could you not love that? It just looks like a giant goldfish on top of a bed of like Rice Krispie treats mixed with Fruity Pebbles, it looks like. Sign me up. Over at the Spitfire Grill, they have a couple of different bowl options. They have Stoic Steak Bowl, Hiccup Salmon Bowl, Meatlugs Chicken Bowl, Astrid's Shrimp Bowl, and Valka's Vegan Bowl. So all the characters have their own type of bowl over there. And at Hooligan's Grog and Gruel, which is still in the How to Train Your Dragon section, is the mac and cheese cones, half loaves of bread with the inside carved out and filled with mac and cheese. That sounds really, really good. Now, my most anticipated land for Epic Universe has to be Dark Universe. I love the Universal monsters. We've talked about this in a million other videos in the past, but the food here looks really interesting. And we're gonna start over at Das Steakhouse, which is inside of Dark Universe. And here you can find steaks, but they're not steaks in the way that you're thinking of them. They are different types of meat on a stick, almost like a kebab type of thing. Here you can find meal on a steak with a choice of fish on a steak, which is blackened salmon, bird on a steak, which is grilled, dry rubbed chicken tenderloin, or bits and pieces, which are seared and glazed wild mushroom brisket meatloaf, served with roasted veggies and charred green onion mashed potatoes. You'll also be able to get the blood orange chicken sandwich, which is flash fried marinated chicken breast, tossed in blood orange sauce, served in a black bun with tangy pickles, slaw, and crispy fries. Our favorite, Vegan's Familiar Stuffed Cabbage, Impossible Meat, cabbage leaves, bell pepper tomato sauce, and beet bucatini, as well as the Red Velvet Death, which is a red velvet cake. Over at the Burning Blade, you can find the Hunter's Garlic Steak, cheesy garlic pretzel with garlic dipping sauce, the Burning Cheddar Bites crispy fried poppers, so I'm assuming those are gonna be like jalapeno poppers, the Burning Blade Burger, which is a beef patty with a spicy tomato jam spread and jalapeno bacon. Now, that was a lot. We spent like 10 minutes talking about Epic Universe food. There's gonna be more food outside of that, but that's what Universal teased last week, and it all sounds awesome. The pictures look great. I just hope that the food looks like what they're presenting it to look like, and obviously I hope it tastes good. So don't have much longer to wait, guys. It's literally, I think 90 days from today is the opening of Epic Universe. Opens May 22nd. Today is February 21st, so I'm pretty sure that's 90 days away. We are right around the corner. So let me know down in the comments, what is the food item that you're looking forward to trying the most? We also got new news about the upcoming Universal Kids Resort. Universal today dropped that Universal Kids Resort will open in Frisco, Texas in 2026. On the Universal Kids Resort website, it says opening 2026 in Frisco, Texas. This first of a kind resort is specifically designed and developed for families with young children. Enjoy Universal destinations and experiences, iconic brand of entertainment, adventure, and fun, bringing to life beloved characters and stories in ways that will just wow the youngest theme park goers in a totally inclusive way. So not only are they going to have this entire theme park for kids, they're also going to have a hotel. They're going to have a 300-room on-site hotel, which will offer a delightful place to stay, play, and relax after all of the fun in the park. There's going to be 6 themed lands inside of the park, with those lands themed to Shrek, SpongeBob SquarePants, Minions, Jurassic World, DreamWorks Trolls, DreamWorks Puss in Boots, and the Park Hub with DreamWorks Gabby's Dollhouse. Now, a lot of these properties you can find here at Universal Orlando over in the DreamWorks section, like Shrek and Trolls, Puss in Boots, Gabby's Dollhouse. All of those have a little bit of an element here, but they're all gonna have their own designated little land inside of this theme park. And to be completely honest, this is opening quicker than I thought it was gonna be. I didn't expect the 2026 opening. I feel like they only announced the kids resort not that long ago. Like, what was it, maybe 1 or 2 years ago, and it's opening sometime next year. They didn't give any sort of opening time frame, so we don't know exactly when it's gonna be, but this is a great idea for Universal to kind of step into the regional theme park space and go after some of the youngest theme park goers. Like, imagine having kids that grow up and they're going to this park over in Texas. Maybe they open other ones in the future and they kind of grow up with these characters, and then as they get older, that translates over into like being a paying customer over at Universal Studios Florida, Universal Studios Hollywood, the international parks. So I think it's a really smart move on their part, is to go after some of the youngest kids early so that they kind of grow up with these properties and have the memories of going to Universal, and then that'll just make them want to come here when they're older. Now, obviously, Alex and I aren't the target audience for the new kids resort, but it is a place that we'll probably check out. We'll bring our daughter when she's a little bit older and we'll see if she's into it. But out of all the lands that they're going to have there, the one that I'm the most intrigued about is the Jurassic World land. Because like I said, we have a lot of those other properties already here at Universal. And yeah, there's a little small kids play area over in Islands of Adventure that has to do with Jurassic World, but I'm excited to see what they do for kids, like have like a bunch of cute little dinosaurs walking around. I think that could be really, really cute. Like I said a few minutes ago, we're less than 100 days to the opening of Epic Universe. And another big update that just happened last night is people caught fireworks testing over at Epic Universe. And I'm not talking like small little pyro like they usually do over here at Universal Studios, but I'm talking like an actual legitimate fireworks show. There was a couple of videos that people caught from their rooms over at Stella Nova, and it looks awesome. So I don't know if this is gonna be like an every night kind of thing. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But at least probably for like the beginning of Epic, there is definitely gonna be firework. This is really cool to see. Like, I don't know what the difference is, because as it relates to Universal Studios, the reason they can't do fireworks is because they're like within the city of Orlando and there's noise ordinances and things that they have to follow. So that's why there's not a lot of like fireworks in the shows that take place here. They do stuff like New Year's and, you know, 4th of July or whatever, but like on the regular, fireworks are generally not part of their shows. But over at Epic, maybe like there's different rules. Maybe they're, you know, in a different section that doesn't have to follow those kinds of things. But either way, I am stoked because like this footage looks awesome. And like I said in our Stella video, you have an awesome view of Epic already. Now not only do you have a theme park view, you potentially have a fireworks view with those rooms. So I'll still stand by Stella Nova. We had a great experience. I know some people had different experiences staying there that were different than ours, but ours was pretty seamless. And like, if you can get a view like that with these fireworks going off and you could just look out your window and see that for the price that you're paying, can't beat that. Now, I guess you can beat it. You could be a little bit closer, and if you stay at the Helios Grand Hotel, you'll have a nice view as well, but you're also gonna spend a little bit more money to stay at the Helios Grand versus Stella, so just keep that in mind. I also don't know what they're doing to these bathrooms that are over by the Fear Factor stage / the Nightmare Fuel stage and the Diagon Alley section of Harry Potter. These have been walled off for a while. I don't know if they're just like refurbing these. I don't know what's going on. And I'll give you guys a little spoiler of a video that I'm working on. I'm putting together a massive Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure Secrets video series. It's probably gonna be a couple of different videos because there's just so many fun facts and hidden things that I found in doing some research. And this building was part of Amity Island when the Jaws ride was here. And if you go to the women's bathroom and you look at the, you know how they have like the men's and the women's like sign on the bathroom doors, the woman has her leg bitten off because Jaws. So something you could see that's Jaws related next time you're in the park. If you use these bathrooms, look at the women's door. She only has one leg. By the way, just wanted to point this out because I've never noticed this before. Was just walking past King's Cross Station, and did you know there's an ATM over here? So if you need to take out cash and you're in the parks, they have an ATM by All Point, and it's right by the entrance to King's Cross. Literally never knew this until just now. And something else related to Epic that is really awesome is they have been testing a robot dragon for How to Train Your Dragon. Now, they've had flying dragons that we've seen footage of, but this one is a moving, walking, and jumping, all the things, robot. This is so cool. Now, a lot of people think this is the same technology of the robot that they used that in front of Tootsums a couple years back. I think it was like 2020, 2021, they had a robot that, you know, was part of like a meet and greet experience, a little dog. This looks very similar to that. So if they're gonna have things like this inside of Epic, it is gonna be unbelievable. Okay, if you guys have been viewers of ours for a long time, you know how much Alex and I love Halloween Horror Nights. Got the Ghostbusters HHN jacket. By the way, bought this jacket during HHN last year. This is the first time I'm wearing it. You don't get the opportunity to wear things like this in Florida too often, so definitely enjoying that. But like I said, we love HHN, and the brand new year-round HHN attraction that's coming to Area 15 in Las Vegas, it's about 10 minutes away from the Vegas Strip, is Universal Horror Unleashed. And Universal dropped this promotional video to get us hyped up for it.
Bringing horror to life for Universal is very meaningful because Universal created the horror genre.
Universal Horror Unleashed is a brand new immersive experience.
This is a test of courage. This is a place you want to go with your friends to show them that you are strong enough to face your fears and live to tell it all afterwards.
In a decrepit warehouse in Las Vegas, ancient artifacts have been brought in and collected, and their cursed energy has been contained within this warehouse.
It is going to provide 4 amazing immersive haunted houses that put you right in the middle of iconic and terrifying scenes. We're also going to have really unique, cutting-edge entertainment, retail, dining experiences.
When fans walk through the front door of Universal Horror Unleashed in Las Vegas, they're going to enter a new world unlike anything they've ever seen before.
It's going to be exactly what you want it to be. As a fan of horror, or even as a casual fan of horror, or just looking to have a good time out in Vegas.
This really is the place where horror comes to live year-round.
When you step foot inside this building, you're going to have the most immersive, most horrifying experience of your entire life.
So tickets are on sale. This opens on August 14th, 2025. And there's a couple of different ticket options, so just wanted to go over those with you in case you're thinking about planning a trip, or if you're a Nevada resident and this is something you just want to pop in and experience. Starting with the general admission ticket, which gets you one-time access into the 4 haunted houses that are there, which are Scarecrow the Reaping, Universal Monsters, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Exorcist Believer as of the recording of this video. I'm assuming over time those houses are going to rotate out, but we just don't know that quite yet. Those start at $69, and similar to buying a ticket to HHN or another theme park event, depending on the day you choose, the price can differ a little bit. So like for opening day, for example, they are $89. And if you go like literally a week later, it's $79. Weekends are gonna be a little bit more expensive than weekdays. Like I mentioned, Nevada residents can get a $10 discount on those tickets, again, depending on the day. Then there's also an unlimited access general admission ticket, which lets you go into the haunted houses multiple times. So you can go through as many times as you want. Those start at $99. And again, the price depends on the day. They go up as high as like $149. I think that's the highest I'm seeing here. Yeah, looks like $149 is the highest, and those are some weekend dates, but you get to go through the houses multiple times, which is neat. Now, the thing that's kind of yet to be seen with this is, do you have to pay to get in and experience the other stuff? Because in the promotional video and some of the things they put out, Jack and Chance are gonna be there. They have a little stage where they're gonna be doing a little show. They have some acrobat type elements. They did have the Fuel Girls in the promotional video of the show. We don't know if they're gonna be coming and like doing a residency at this, but there will be some like show element that's taking place out by the bars and things like that. So I don't know if you have to pay to experience that stuff or if you just have to pay to go into the houses. As this gets closer, we'll find out some more information. I would love to get out there for opening day. We just have to see. We're trying to plan a trip out to the West Coast for HHN Hollywood, Oogie Boogie Bash, and then maybe we could take a drive out and do this, but we have to just figure out some logistics. But either way, this is gonna be really, really cool, and it only opens in 6 months. Just popped into Sahara Traders because they have the new Mummy merch, and these shirts are amazing. This Brendan Fraser shirt, incredible. They also have this Mummy shirt as well with like the movie poster on the outside. These are $30. So something that I definitely didn't see when we were here for Mardi Gras is the windows of the Metropolis Tribune. They're all lit up with the Mardi Gras colors. All right, next we're gonna pop into the Tonight Shop, which is the Jimmy Fallon gift store, and they have a big collection for SNL 50. Now this is really cool. When you first walk in, they have this big mural. It says Live from New York with a whole bunch of like the memorable characters. You got Drunk Uncle, Stefan, Debbie Downer. And check this out. They have costumes from the David S. Pumpkins sketch. They have the Bebop skeletons, B-boy skeletons, I think that's what they call them. But then here is the suit that Tom Hanks wore. That's amazing. Here's a look at some of the merch. They have a 50th t-shirt. They also have a 50th hoodie over here. I like this one too. I like how they're just kind of like simplistic. You got like the New York City skyline right there. You have an SNL 50 baseball hat, an SNL 50 tumbler. All right, Universal Studios is now closed. We're going into Islands of Adventure. We talked a lot about Epic Universe in this video, all the park updates from stuff that's going on in the park, but some of the biggest news that's related to Epic Universe is stuff that's here, and I'm talking about merchandise. Stella Nova has like its own collection of Universal merchandise. The Preview Center has its own Epic merchandise, and even more stuff, new things you can't find anywhere else, are over here at Islands of Adventure. So we're gonna go in and we'll show you what they have. And it looks like everybody else had the same idea. All the park hoppers from Universal Studios coming over because Islands is open until 8 and Universal Studios closed at 7. Scanned in, again, using the ticketless entry, really easy. Now we're gonna pop in the Islands of Adventure Trading Company and find that epic merch. Another little fun fact for you, this is the only thing in the park that still says Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. It was renamed Universal Islands of Adventure, and this is a relic from the opening year. So this is pretty sweet. Each of the lands has their own like little section of the park. We'll go land by land, but they have the Ministry of Magic, How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, Super Nintendo World is down over there. Dark Universe is here too, so let's see what they have. Starting over in the Dark Universe section, a lot of this stuff so far looks like things that you could see over at the preview center, like these keychains and these pins, these little monster plushes they have basically all throughout Universal Orlando Resort. And then they also have the Dark Universe t-shirt. You have like a little metal tin sign, which is pretty sweet. You have a coin purse, the bucket hat, the little crossbody bag. So a lot of this looks like the same stuff that's over at the preview center. And then over here on the other side, they have some of the things that we saw over at Stella Nova. All right, next up, Ministry of Magic, Wizarding World of Harry Potter. This shirt and this bag is over in the preview center. A lot of this stuff looks familiar. Got a couple pins over here. Also, the preview center is usually like completely slammed, which is a good thing, but it's hard to kind of see everything. So some of these little things kind of get lost in the shuffle over there, but looks like a lot of the same merch. This hat's pretty neat. I like this hat a lot. Ooh, it says Universal Epic Universe on the back. It says $29. They have like a woman's tank top. Over by the How to Train Your Dragon stuff, they have this really cool plush. Look at Toothless right there. This is $32. They have a bunch of merchandise for Isle of Berk. A lot of those similar items that we've seen. Trying to find things that aren't over at the Epic Universe Preview Center or at Stella Nova, because we've showed a lot of that stuff already. Just taking a look at some of like the generic Epic Universe stuff. They have this pretty cool tumbler. Don't know how much this tumbler is. 4 hours hot, 12 hours cold, stainless steel tumbler. For $28, they have these little coin purses, or like little mini wallets, whatever you want to call them. They also have this fanny pack for 35 bucks. Pretty neat. Got some luggage tags down here. They have this cool Epic Universe backpack too. I haven't seen this yet. They might have this over the preview center, and maybe I just don't remember seeing it. Here's where I'm seeing some new stuff, which is the Super Nintendo World stuff. This fanny pack, really neat. I don't know how much this is. Also this cool backpack for 29 bucks. They have these tumblers. Here's a look at some of the artwork on there. It's really cool. Pretty sure they had these over in Japan, and they're coming over here. So that's pretty cool to see. They have some new t-shirts as well. This one is $35. There's a couple more designs that they have in that same style. You got Bowser. I like that one. They have a couple hats as well. And like I said, I'm pretty sure these were over in Japan. And now they're going to have them, or maybe Hollywood. One of the other parks that has a Super Nintendo World had these. Got the little patch on the side, like those. Again, these are things that they don't have at the preview center or Stella Nova. So finally found something new. So we got a new Minion popcorn bucket. He's holding Tim over there. This thing is pretty big. Even the strap is like the size of a seatbelt. But I saw some people walking around with this today. The eyes move. So there you go. All right, so that is gonna do it for today's video. We hope you found it helpful and informative. Like I said, there's a lot going on at Universal between Epic, the Kids Resort, the new Horror Unleashed thing coming. It feels like Universal has like a million things going on, and it's a super exciting time. And again, as it relates to Epic Universe, we're less than 100 days to go. I can't believe it. Also, something I didn't mention earlier, you know how right now they're only doing that like 3-day vacation package? That's the way you can buy tickets if you're not an annual pass holder. They will be doing like single day tickets. They haven't said when those are gonna go on sale yet for like the general public, but they did today just release Florida resident ticket packages for that 3-day option. So it's like, I don't know, maybe 20 bucks cheaper per day from what I was seeing. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go for that as well. But they did say that single day tickets for Epic for the general public will go on sale prior to the park opening. So probably in the next like month or so, we'll see. And then obviously there's all like the information that we're still waiting on about previews. How's that gonna work for team members, for pass holders? Is it going to be paid? Is it going to be free? All things we just have to wait and see. But we'll keep you guys updated as always. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel down below so you don't miss out on all of our future videos to come. And with that being said, we'll see you guys real soon.